will understand what is mukti. Okay? It's karma. What is karma yoga is generally made of? Ishwararpana buddhi, while doing the actions, while receiving the result. If these two things are there, always there will be no problem in our life. Now we have little time is there, and we do the question answer. If you have any questions to ask, now it is 1 o'clock, it's going to 1 o'clock, half an hour. But don't ask difficult questions. If you have got genuine questions, you can ask.
What's the difference between vasana and avidya?
Vasana and avidya. Okay, actually they are the same thing. What vasana means, just now I told, it is the impressions of wrong understanding. Not only wrong understanding, impressions of wrong understanding. Suppose you have got wrong understanding regarding everything and everybody in this world, then it gets impressions. It gets like strengthened, that misunderstanding. That is called vasana. So, this wrong understanding is called ignorance. The impressions of wrong understanding is called vasana.
So ignorance is avidya?
Yes. Ignorance in English, avidya is in Sanskrit.
So why do we talk about exhausting our vasanas?
Yes. Exhausting our vasana means removing this ignorance, which expresses as desire at the intellectual level. Desire means that does not
Wrong thinking.
Wrong thinking. Wrong thinking will not go away unless this ignorance is gone.
So Swamiji, will a vasana exhaust if we with vidya or with action?
Now, vasana will not be removed by action. Will only by knowledge only. By knowledge. Vidya, avidya, nihanteva, tejas tibira sanghavat. Like teja, like fire or light, how it dispels the darkness. Suppose the darkness is there and we don't like darkness, we are not able to see anything. So now I will tell you, no, darkness is there, I want to shoot that darkness. I will bring an AK-47 rifle and I will shoot, it will not go away. Or we will tell that I will lathi charge, do lathi charge, darkness will not go away. But the moment we bring a flashlight, it will go away. The same way, the avidya and avidya's effects will be removed only by knowledge, not by action. No karmana, no prajaya. That means not by karma. By karma cannot remove. Karma strengthens the vasana. But knowledge removes the vasana. That's why we should work out of knowledge. Our country's name is, what is our country's name? Bharata. Bharata means where people were living their life based upon knowledge. Now we are everybody trying to fulfill their desire. So when we work for the desire, no ichcha kritam. Ishwararpitam no ichcha kritam. If we are trying to fulfill our desires, that will not be helpful for our mukti sadhana. Don't try to fulfill the desire. We should not do any work being prompted by desire. Suppose we are working the mission. How I know that I am working to fulfill my desire or I am working based upon what are the principles of the mission? When the principles mission has to work in this way, when I am following those rules, then my desire stays at bay. Then it will not interfere. But if I am working for my desire, conflict will always come. Wherever there is conflict, know that our desires are coming on the way. At home also, we should not tell that, okay, it is mine and it is yours. You think that way, I think that way. What is good for home? Decide that. What is good for home? Loving each other. Home is made made of bricks, it is made of love. So am I loving the other person? That should be the criteria. Am I helping the other person? That should be the criteria. Am I, do I have forgiveness for other person? Yes. Do I have compassion for other person? Then it's okay. That means I am following the rules, not going by my desires. Surely that will be very helpful. So ignorance and avidya both are really same. Any other question? Yes.
Lot of times, at least it happens to me that, let's say, I'm doing some activity, office activity, or like your mind wanders, different thoughts, and what is the way or some technique, something to keep it focused on the work at hand?
Okay. Let's suppose we have a dog. that dog is all the time sleeping. We like that dog, or if the dog is very playful, we like that dog. Later. Okay. If mind is not going anywhere, I want to think, okay, mind, you go and see that flower, enjoy that flower. Mind is not going, staying the same place. Will you like? No. If mind is active, that means that mind is healthy. Okay? Remember one thing, thoughts are not created by human beings. Thoughts are created by God. We notice that in the brain. Like there are sound waves are there in the atmosphere, sound waves. Radio is not creating sound waves. Or a TV is not creating sound waves. What the TV does?
Transmitting, taking it up. It's
Well,
receiving
It
it.
is receives. It just receives. It is just a receives. It doesn't create. It cannot create sound wave. If you tell, okay, TV, you now play music, Mera Man Ke Ganga, or it cannot do all those. It cannot do because it doesn't have the capacity. But it has the capacity to receive which is already there. So in the atmosphere, if there are sound waves are there, then the TV set will capture that. If we are tuned to, there are millions and millions kinds of sound waves are there, but it will not receive anything. If you tune to a particular sound wave, it will receive. Okay? The same way, our brain is like a TV set, and it can only receive. It cannot receive laddus, but it can receive thoughts. Thoughts are there, belongs to total mind. It doesn't belong to anybody. Thoughts are there. All kinds of thoughts, millions and trillions and all kinds of thoughts are there in the nature. Now our brain, depending on our vasana, it will receive a particular kind of thought. At that time, the mistake what we are doing, I tell it is my thought. Then we try to either fight or try to hold. But thoughts don't belong to us at all. All the time we are struggling with our thoughts, we are fighting with our thoughts. I don't want that thought. And the more we fight, that means I am giving more importance to it. That's why don't go away. I feel that as if there is stagnation has happened. But respect the thoughts. And who is appearing as thoughts? It is told that there is nothing, thoughts are nothing but the manifestation of the same divinity. That's why we write what is religion? Religion is nothing but the manifestation of the divinity. These thoughts are nothing but the manifestation of the divine. Like you and me, we may tell that, okay, I am Mr. and Mrs. like that, we may tell, but all these are God's forms only. We are not interested in worshipping God's forms, we are living forms, we are interested in the inert forms, but actually Lord is in the form of each one of us. We may accept that or not, but you ask a saint, where is God? God will tell you, he is you, God. For him, all these are God's form. But we don't accept that. We don't know, he is my husband, she is my wife, he is my friend, he is my enemy. We brand them that, he is my father, she is my mother, like that. But actually Lord is in the form of each and everything. Also the thoughts also. If I respect the thought, I love the thought as the God's expression, then they will never create any kind of problem. It is like suppose my child is participating in the drama, he is doing the Surpanakha role. Would you like on Balvihar, if some child will give Surpanakha role, mother will no mind, daughter is not. Sita role? Yes. Draupadi role? Yes. Not the. They think that she is becoming a Surpanakha kind of. But really sometimes the children do this, the Asura role. Children like to give Asura, if you don't have sufficient role, give Asura. And they put this to horns and all, then they become ready to fight. And we will tell other people that hey, Asura is Asura. But mother is sitting in the audience. She is not my child. He is not Asura, he is my child. So see how mother recognized the child which is behind the mask. But other people ignorant, they didn't recognize. In the same way, a devotee will always recognize the Lord who is in the mask of a bad thought or good thought. Different thoughts are different masks of the same Lord. He changes his mask very fast, so we are not able to see that one. But actually, behind each thought is the presence of Lord. That is a canopy, sir. That like you meditate. When you are meditating, you tell, no, my mind is wandering. You are meditating on your mind. Meditation is not done on the mind. Meditation is done on God. So if we, in the thought, recognize God, then we are doing meditation. If we are telling, oh, my mind is disturbed, then the person doesn't know the technique of meditation. He doesn't understand the meditation. Okay. We should not blame our mind. Na atmanam avasadaye. Bhagavad instruction is given. Na atmanam, never blame your mind. If always you blame our mind, then we cannot remain away from the thoughts even for a single second. Then we are blaming ourselves really. Never blame. Appreciate the thoughts. Then they will be able, how we treat with a person, we will get the same treatment from the person. If we really appreciate the thoughts, we love the thoughts will love us. They will not create problem. That we should know the technique. Never always blame the mind is bad, mind is bad, mind is going, mind is going. Then Lord is telling that I am always appearing to this person, but this person doesn't recognize me at all. There's one man, he prayed to Lord. Oh Lord, I want to see you, I want to see you. Really, genuinely he was praying. Then Lord told him, okay, tomorrow I'll come. Okay. Then this person took off from the work without pay and he waited to see God. And instead of God, a dog came. And he got so mad, I waited throughout the day and I lost my salary and everything today. And instead of God, this God promised, and he's a liar, he didn't, and the dog is coming, so he took his lathi and he gave a big hit to the dog. And that his leg broke, somehow he escaped, the dog went away. Then he went to, again that night in the dream, God came and he got very angry on God. Oh God, you are a liar. You false promise, you told that you will come and I lost my salary and I was waiting for you. Instead of you, a dog came. No, I'm infinite nature. There is no infinite form. Infinite form you cannot see. You are so infinite. So I came in the form of a small dog, but you started beating me like left and right. I ran
My life.
for my life.